one beyond my wildest dreams. Maybe that one could have carried me to streets of gold. Things aren't always as they seem. Looking back on all the chances that I missed, some I held, some slipped away. One street over where my memories exist, I wondered what would change, I really couldn't say. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known that would have kept me from the one I had today. Except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known that would have kept me from the one I had today. Everywhere I could have ended up just like that broken road, with a dead end in my path. Thank the Lord that I've got more than that. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I won't forget the lessons that I don't deserve. One street over there's a life I could have known would have kept me from the one I love today.
Oh, good morning. Good morning, Robertson County. This is 1100 WSGI. Ridgetop Rambler singing us in with our theme song, One Street Over. What's happening? One street over from where you're living. That's what we're looking for. This is 1100 WSGI. I'm U-Turn LaVern, and we are Christmas Sampler today. I'm so excited. This is so much fun because, you know, I love Christmas. I just love it. And I mentioned it. I had Ann Schneider, our mayor, Ann Schneider-Williams, in on Monday. And I just jumped on in. I'm like, okay, so Christmas parade. And she goes, well, we've got Halloween first, LaVern. You know, but the minute we're done, I mean, Halloween happens on Tuesday. Christmas Sampler is the next Saturday. Exactly. Mm-hmm. People, get on that microphone. Come on in. Oh, okay. Yeah, you got to get right on that microphone for me. But we're talking with Rhonda Beshear, Rhonda Beshear, and Heather Fisher, and you're in charge this year, I guess, right?
I am co-chair along with Brooke Siegel, who's not here, and Heather is in charge of our technology and volunteers.
Okay. But this is the thing. How long has the Christmas Sampler been happening?
It began in 1979.
Oh, wow.
And I was going to figure out which year this was, but I know we didn't have it the 2 years of COVID, but I wasn't sure if there were any other years we hadn't. But it started in 1979.
That's cool. That is so cool. And this is the thing. I got here in 1992, and I kept seeing these signs, Christmas Sampler. And I've always been kind of a crafty kind of person, and a couple of times I tried to get a booth, and they were already sold out. I was like, you guys have people buying for these booths pretty much at the end of the one, right?
Right.
Or maybe 2 years in advance. I mean,
we had to shut applications off this year in April because we had gotten so many in, and we had to stop because we always give our old vendors first priority. And
Right.
we had some that have been there for 25 years. So they come and they fill up and they are emailing February 1st, where's my app? Where's my app?
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, here you go. And then when we opened it up, we had to shut them down for a while. So
That's so
and
much fun.
We've had a few cancellations, but we have a wait list.
That's crazy. I mean, it is a fun event. So got a lot of new folks in town, and they're going to see the Christmas sampler stuff around town. And again, think about it, guys. I know you're like, well, we haven't even gotten through Halloween. Halloween happens on Tuesday. Then the Christmas sampler is always the first Saturday in November. And Friday and Saturday, really. Friday's the big night because I mean everybody's like, "Oh my goodness!" So I want first dibs. You got to be at the door Friday to get first dibs because some of these people, like you said, that have been there 25 years, they can sell out of stuff.
Yeah,
Depending on what's the thing this year.
we'll have a lot of vendors that are local that will go home Friday night and grab more stuff to restock on Saturday.
Isn't that something? It's fun. It is a blast. I have been many, many times. I love it. And I mentioned Amy Corbin. She was involved with, it's the women's club that puts it all on. And she's part of that. And she was telling me she's like, LaVern, you need to get involved with these clubs. And I'm like, let me get my teaching license. I mean, I've got a temporary, but I'm in an education program right now. I have zero free time. But on the other side of this, when my life kind of goes, I want to, because I think this is a cool group. And so she's told me a lot about it. I think she came in and talked about it last year. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, what all do we need to tell everybody? Okay, no, let me first and foremost, we don't have United Way coming in today because they're hosting Good Morning Robertson County with the Chamber. So go by that. I think that starts at 8, doesn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, it starts at 8. And so go by and see them for breakfast for Good Morning Robertson County. Yes, it's Open Door Pregnancy and Resource Center Chili Challenge tonight at the center. This is last year's shirt. Did not get a chance to have Sean in because she's just so busy, but we've been talking about it all week. So go to the Chili Challenge tonight. So we got a lot of things we're going to cover. United Way normally comes in at 7:30. I've told these lovely ladies they can hang out as long as they want. They're on schedule to be here until 7:30, but we have other things. We have a lot of events we can talk about if y'all have to. If we run out of things to talk about, which just doesn't happen with me, but they also want to give away tickets. Okay, this is a big deal. This is a very valuable ticket, guys. Christmas. I mean, it really is. It's a coveted ticket. And so Christmas sampler tickets. So here's how it's going to work. We have 5 sets of 2 tickets. 5 sets of 2 tickets we're going to give away. So the first 5, and I can tell on the comments who the first ones are. The first 5 people in comments that said, I want to go, or some that I want the tickets, whatever. But the first 5 people that tell me they want to go to the sampler, these are Saturday tickets. You will have to, they'll be at will call, and we'll put your names down, and you can take yourself and a friend to the sampler on Saturday. And again, this is the first Saturday in November. If you're a newbie, you're going to want to go because this is so much fun. But we're going to have 5 sets of 2 tickets available at the door for you on Saturday, but I need the first 5 people in comments throughout the show today, and that's who we'll hand off the tickets to. So we'll keep mentioning that throughout the show as people join us because sometimes people will tune in at 15 after and go, okay, what's going on? So, we'll keep reminding people, but the first 5 people that want to go to the sampler, put your name up in comments. I want to go. And depending on, Amanda Simpson, there we go, Charlene Sullivan, there's 2 of them right there, guys. So as they pop up, we'll have the first 5, we'll get 2 tickets, and they'll be at will call for you on Saturday. And thank y'all for the gift of 2 tickets for myself. And I think I can go. Because I was telling, I've got so much, my family's all scattered. Now, and I've got 3 grandkids, and another one is going to be born here in a few weeks in Jackson, Tennessee. So, and I've got 3 in Mountain Juliet. So I'm on the road all the time with my family. And then I've got a kid in Alabama and then another one that's out toward LaVern. So, I'm trying to get them back to Robertson County, but nonetheless, but I don't think we have anything that day. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm going to come to the sample. I love it. I get so many cool things. I get ideas as somebody that's crafty. I like to make stuff and I go, ooh, do y'all do that?
No.
Do you get ideas? Oh, you're not crafty?
No.
Oh, come on. How about you? How about you, Heather?
Yeah, I do but more like the jewelry crafting, not like,
Okay. Okay.
I love
Paint by
crafts,
numbers.
but I'm not a crafty person. But one of the best things about the tickets is that for every ticket, you get a chance to win a quilt. And we brought our quilt. We'll show you that.
Okay. So that's the one you're going to.
Yes, this is it.
That's the door prize. Oh, it's pretty, y'all. It's fall.
I'll hold it up.
Oh yeah, go ahead and hold it up. Go ahead and hold it up. Rhonda's going to hold up the quilt, but this little. If you look at the ticket, okay, if you look at the ticket right here at the top, it's got a little fill in. There you go. That is beautiful, and it's a fall quilt. That'd be beautiful to decorate for Thanksgiving because there you go. You're fine. We need to attach that desk, but that gets people a lot. Don't worry about it. But we have all the Christmas stuff, but there'll be some Thanksgiving things there too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean big Thanksgiving. I got something there one time I had gone in and ended up having to host Thanksgiving at my house that year, and I remember getting some Thanksgiving decorations and all of that. And it was just the coolest. And I have so much fun.
The quilt was made locally by Sarah Head
Oh,
from Shade Tree. And Sarah, I think her name was Sarah Head, and what was the other girl's name? Sharon Cockrell. And it's called Savannah. And the pattern is Savannah.
Okay.
And it represents the grids that Savannah, Georgia is laid out like. So
that's interesting.
yeah, it was really interesting. So, but it was made locally.
Oh, that is very cool. I know I've got Paul Rainey's on here all the time, and his wife's a big quilter. And so I'm fascinated by quilting because my friend does it all the time. And so she understands all the things that go,
Right.
the stories that are told through quilting is
Right.
fascinating. And I just love all that. And I imagine you'll have some quilters there. So let's talk a little bit about the type of vendors people could expect. Do y'all have a favorite? Do you have like your favorite thing? Like when I know it's a terrible question. Oh, what's my favorite? But do you have something whenever it's ready, you're like, I got to get over there and get that. What do you have one of those things?
Oh, I don't. I don't. But I've gotten to know, I've been involved in the sampler for over a decade now. So I've gotten to know a bunch of them. So
Yeah.
I like to, there's a guy, their booth name is Pens. He makes pens. Like he's got some pens he's made from Neyland Stadium seats and just different types of woods. And they are the nicest couple. And I love talking to them. I love meeting them. And
That's cool.
Yeah.
So do they custom make
Yes.
pens? Like if I got them some barnwood,
yes.
they could make some pens for my kids for Christmas.
That would be
Oh, wow. Wouldn't that be good? Because we've got this cool old barn.
Yeah.
And, I could take a board out of it and replace it because we just paint, I could take one of the original boards and make them a pen.
He probably could. He's really gifted.
Yeah, that's an idea.
I noticed there was one called Cotton and Canvas. I know the hats, unique hats.
Carly with the chamber. She's got a booth this year, so her custom hats will be there.
Okay, what are the custom? What do you mean exactly?
Well,
Are they?
She does these burned hats, cotton and canvas, and they're
You haven't
beautiful,
seen
one
them.
of a kind.
They are pretty. Yeah, I've seen them.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay, so they're not ball caps, they're hats?
No, they're hats.
No,
Williams-
yeah, they're women's hats,
Yeah.
but they're really. And if you're
Very
not a hat
unique.
person, you can be with this because they look really nice and they're really unique.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay. See, that's what people always said. I should wear hats. I'm so tall. I feel like all they see is the hat, because that's the thing. I love hats, but when I put them on, I feel like that's above the crowd, it's like, who's the redhead in the hat? That kind of thing. We're talking with Rhonda Beshear and Heather Fisher with the Christmas sampler. I know we're not even to Halloween yet, but in a hot minute, guys, it's going to be time. I mean, you figure Halloween is just a week from next Tuesday. Right? Am I right? Okay. So I'm looking at the calendar in my head here. So a week from Tuesday, we're just, less than 2 weeks from Halloween. And then the minute you have Halloween, you've got just a few days. Christmas sampler opens up on Friday night and it'll be that Saturday. It's always the first weekend in November. It is an awesome time. I go as every opportunity that I can. Tickets, they're $5. I mean, like I said, this is a hot ticket in the sense that it's a packed house. And we would love to give you tickets. If you want to go, we've given away 2 sets, but we've got 3 more sets of these tickets. If you would like to go, that will be waiting for you at Will Call on Saturday. But all you have to put is, I want to go, I want the tickets, whatever you want to put in there on comments. And the first 5 that respond this morning We will put your name down at the door, and you will have 2 tickets waiting for you at the door for the Christmas sampler. It is so much fun. And talk to me about what this benefits, the charity behind this, the nonprofit, or if you don't mind.
Well, it supports the Glen Memorials Women's Club. It's a house on Fifth Avenue. It was deeded by Molly Glenn after she passed away. Molly Glenn helped start the first library in Springfield and had it out of her home. And she was involved in women's clubs, specifically the Short Story Club that still is functioning out of the Glen today. And so basically it raises money for the upkeep of the house because old houses are very expensive. And so, and there's 7 women's clubs that meet there monthly and do different things throughout the community. And this will raise money to support it for the whole year. This is our one big fundraiser.
I love it. And I love the concept of the women's club because it's just one of those things that, I don't know, you need that camaraderie. You need that. And it's something, I'm one of these people that I grew up very much a tomboy, hanging with the guys. I'm a boy mama, and I never really embraced that. I have like a couple of girlfriends that I'm close with, that I've been close with forever. But I work through Celebrate Recovery, and so at my church, and so we've got this little group of women now, and we've gotten so close. And I never appreciated that until that, and I'm like, I get it, and I don't think young women, especially, you really need to nurture your relationships with women. And you just do. It's a unique role, and you just need to have that support, whether it be in your family life, in your anything going on, business. Oh my goodness, you need the support. And I think it's just such a great idea, and I love that we still have women's clubs. Right. I think that's wonderful. Can you give me a list of the ones that meet there? Do you know them?
Yes.
I'm putting you on the spot. Okay.
Yes.
Who all meets there?
We have the DAC, Daughters of the American Colonists, DAR, Daughters of the American Revolution. Those are national clubs. They're lineage clubs, so there are certain requirements that you must meet to be members of those. But there are women in there that will help you get there. So if you want to do your lineage, that is a great place to start because the women in the DAC and DAR have done all that work, and they love to share.
Can you tell me the difference in those? I didn't know there. I've never heard about the.
So the DAC, you have to trace your lineage back to the colonies.
Okay.
But DAR only back to the Revolution.
Okay, so you're talking Pilgrim stuff on the first
Yes.
one. Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. I know we go back. My father had us traced back to where we could be to the Daughters of the American Revolution, and he just didn't understand why my sister and I didn't want to do that, But it was back when my kids were little, and I'm like, Daddy, and he's passed now, and I don't have a clue about our lineage, and he, it's one of those things. Bless him. I wish we'd have just recorded him, telling it, because boy, he knew it, and his handwriting, we can't read it. So he would be proud of me if I trace that back, because he says we were qualified, and I'm like, I don't know, but that's cool. So what other ones? So you got,
so we have the Women's Outreach Club.
What do they do?
We do, in the community, we support different, like this month's meeting in October, we'll be putting together, the shoe boxes for kids.
Oh,
for
fun.
Operation Shoe Box.
Yeah.
And we've done the chili cook-off. We've done, for schools, raised school supplies for some teachers that needed help with kids in the local schools. So just different. We take a monthly project and focus on giving back.
I love that. That's very cool. And you said we, so I guess that's one you're a member
club,
of. That's
yes.
yours.
That's
your club.
The club I'm a member of. Then we have the Century Club, which is one of the original clubs of the Glen.
What do they do? Like I said, I'm just curious about all these.
I don't really know about the Century Club and Wednesday Study. Those two I don't know.
Yeah, Wednesday Study Club. They're clubs that just meet. They do programs. They learn about different things. All clubs kind of focus on different things. It depends on that. Wednesday Study meets on Wednesdays. And that's been around for quite a long time. Short Story is the other club.
That's the one I'm in.
That's the one
think
Rhonda
that
can
sounds
speak
fun.
of. Yes.
That is great.
That's one of the original clubs.
Okay.
And there's the one that started the library.
Yes.
So, okay.
And so they've helped the library through the years with Gorham McBain and Silks Brown.
Okay.
And we've picked up doing, we choose 3 projects a year to support. So I think this year we chose the Robertson County Animal Shelter and my father's house and Isaiah 117 house.
Oh, yeah.
To support.
Yeah.
So we just do kind of 3 per year, plus support the library too.
Well, what do you do at your meetings? What is the short story?
When I first joined a long time ago, it literally was short stories. A lot of people read a short story. I remember I was a guest before I was a member, and I'm a librarian at a school, and I told stories. But now it has gone to just programs in general that can be about anything. Some people still go back and maybe just read a short story. But it has changed a lot in that fashion where we now just do any type of program. They're always great.
When do you meet?
We used to meet twice a month. Now we've gone to once a month. Everybody's so busy. So we meet the first Wednesday of every month from September through April.
Is it during the day or in the evening?
3:30.
3:30.
And we've always had a lot of teachers in our club, so it's right after school, and yeah.
I love this. Well, see, I'm a writer, and I have a lot of short stories.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
you could just read your short stories. We love it. And then there's
when you have to bring your program, there you go.
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah.
Oh, I got lots. I got lots. I got lots of stuff.
And
I'd love to share with y'all.
The career.
Women, Robertson County Career Woman.
Yeah, Ace Timmermeyer, I think, told me about that one.
Yes, that's one Amy Corbin has been involved in.
Okay, maybe it was Amy. Sorry, Amy. She'll be like, no, LaVern, I told you about that. But love you, Amy.
I think Ace is in RCCW too, though.
And she's in short story.
She's in short story.
Ace is? Oh, of course, yes.
And I was like, I knew she was in one of them. I can't remember.
We have a large club.
They have the large.
Yeah, probably.
With Wednesday study,
or maybe DAR with all their. But anyway, we have 50 members, and that's by our bylaws. We cap it at 50, and we're usually at 50 members.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, I think I remember I had the conversation, I think, with Ace when she joined, maybe because she had been on a waiting list or something. Maybe that. Has Ace been at it a while? Or
no, just a couple of years.
I kind of think I remember that conversation because she used to come in, she was with United Way and she'd come here once a week. And so I just love her. That's something I miss seeing. I love Tiffany Thompson. I love and Brian Pooley. Brian's like, what about me, Lauren? I don't know. I just love them. We have a great United Way, y'all. If you don't know the United Way, my gosh, we've got just the best. It is so good. They're not going to be here today. They're hosting Good Morning Robertson County with the Chamber. So go by and see Brian and Tiffany, and y'all can hang out if you want to. Let me go ahead and do a break. We're talking with Rhonda Beshear. I don't know why I want to put an R in there. Do people do that to you?
Or put an S on the end. They change it around. It's okay. We'll answer to anything.
There you go. But Rhonda Beshear and Heather Fisher, and they are with the Christmas Sampler that's coming up. It'll be here in a minute, you guys. It is the first weekend in November, and we want to invite you to come out and join us for that. It's going to be a great time. I want to remind you again that we have some tickets to give away. We've given away 2 sets. We have 3 more sets that we'll give you. We'll put your name at the door if you want to go to the Christmas Sampler. The first 5 that respond to our comments, just responding comments and say, hey, I want to go. And sometimes the internet's kind of wonky and I won't see who's posted until after the show's over. But you put your name in there, and if you're one of the first 5, you will get your name put on 2 tickets. Placed on 2 tickets. That just didn't sound grammatically correct when I said that. But you'll have 2 tickets that will be held for you at the door, the main entrance for Christmas Sampler on Saturday. I want to talk about the particulars of Friday when we come out of the break here. But just comment, first 5 will get those. And let's talk about Barry and Rebecca Richards with the Exit Realty Garden Gate team. So many ways that you can contact them. First and foremost, Barry is always reminding me, LaVern, yes, I always help Rebecca. She helps me. But we're, competing brokers. He is the broker that runs the Springfield location. They're down on the square. And then she is the broker that handles White House. They specialize in Robertson County properties, but also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky. They are experts at what they do, guys, and we just appreciate them so much. They are one of our oldest sponsors of this program and just always involved in the community. You see them everywhere. They've got historic properties and businesses that they've handled. If you look them up on one of the best ways, just Google Barry Richards Exit Realty or Rebecca Richards Exit Realty. When you pop up, when Rebecca's stuff pops up, you're going to get a Facebook page and a web page. there, there's the tabs about finding out more about me, and you can do your search. If you've got a particular zip code you're wanting to move into, you can put that in there. It'll show you the properties that they have listed. Barry's talks a little bit about his marketing background, because it's so important if you're selling property to have somebody that's an expert at that can help you get your property out there and make sure it's seen in the best light with photography, videography, drone footage, virtual walkthrough tours, all the things that you need. So if you need to contact them, you can go to sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or buy, B-U-Y, robertsoncounty.com, or you can just call Rebecca, 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425. And again, don't forget just to Google them, and you'll find out all kinds of good things. And be sure and let them know that U-Turn sent you. And we are talking all things Christmas sampler. Rhonda Beshear and Heather Fisher in the house with us. And again, I don't want to keep y'all if you have to go, but you're welcome to hang out with me. And we're going to just keep talking about all the things. But I want to hear, I don't know, being that I've not been like in the group that puts it on, I've kind of always felt like I don't know, my impression of the Friday was almost like it was something that you almost had to be invited to, but the doors are open. Is there like a special ticket you have to get? What's the situation? Is it just open to the public?
Yes.
Something seemed, I don't know, for some reason in my mind, I was thinking there's something different about the Friday.
There is a special ticket.
Okay.
The Friday ticket is $10.
Oh, okay.
But you use it Friday, and you can also use it again on Saturday.
Okay.
Okay. But it's like a premiere night where you can come. It's not as long as the Saturday. It's from 4 to 8 this year. But you can come and see everything. A lot of times you purchase things that may have to be monogrammed, and you can pick it up on Saturday.
Okay.
A lot of times it's the best is just to come and see what all is there, and then really come back and actually do your shopping on Saturday when you have a longer time to do that. It is special. We always have music. I think we've got some people coming in to play. We've had all kinds of different people to play. It's just a special night. It's not usually as crowded as on Saturday.
Okay.
So it is great. But the times are 4 to 8 on Friday. And then Saturday, it's 8:30 to 4.
Okay.
And then the main thing I want to tell you about are two of our special booths that we sponsor as the Federation.
That's what I was going to say. That's the big pull on Friday is the Federation.
Exactly. The Federation booth is filled with homemade goodies, and baked items, canned items, and they go really quickly.
A lot of like special sourdough bread that some members make that people are
cakes and pies.
Yeah.
Clamoring for.
Yes.
They're like, I'm
it's
going
gone
to
by
get
4:15.
Miss Sarah's whatever.
Exactly.
Miss Norma's cinnamon bread.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So
There's a cinnamon bread thing, huh?
Yes, Miss Norma's cinnamon bread will be gone by 4:15.
So
Really?
Yes,
How much does she bring? Does she
a
bring
lot.
Really?
All members donate 7 items, so there's a lot of stuff over 2 days.
Oh,
But
wow.
yeah, some of them people are clamoring for and waiting for it.
Really?
and then the other booth is the silent auction,
Oh, yeah.
which they're so much fun anyway. But there are some of the neatest things, and they're things that local businesses donate. Our members donate items, so it's a large booth, and you can bid. I'm sure it will close a couple hours before we close on Saturday.
Usually around 3 on Saturday.
And maybe earlier this year since we're closing at 4. So sometime that's also when we will give away the quilt.
Okay.
But the Federation booth and the silent auction booths are special.
Okay. So you come in and you kind of you go through the silent auction like, ooh, I'm going to be back tomorrow to watch
They'll be
that.
hanging out towards the end. You'll see
course.
people just watching, trying to outbid some stuff because there's some good gifts in there.
It's so funny because sometimes, I get a kick out of silent auctions because people will sit and watch it and they'll try to be subtle about it. Like, no, I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that. And the minute they walk away and then they jump over there. And it's just, I love to people watch at silent auctions. It's hysterical.
Last year they had a buy it now option.
Yeah.
Where we thought, well, let's put a ridiculous price on this, just to see.
Sure.
And there was a good handful of items that were buy it now. And we were like, I can't believe they paid that.
I think they're going to do that again this year.
Are they?
Yeah.
There was a custom knife set that was gorgeous, just handmade. And they never saw the auction.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Somebody came
funny.
through and they were like, that's the perfect gift for my dad.
Oh, wow. And they're like, mine.
Yeah.
And Pam head champion, has grabbed a set of tickets, so we got 2 sets left. 2 sets left, unless there's somebody on there that I haven't seen yet. But so if you still got a chance at some tickets, if you want to put your name in, say, "Hey, I want a couple of tickets to the sampler," and they'll be at the desk waiting for you at the main entrance on Saturday. These are Saturday tickets, not Friday tickets. These are Saturday tickets. Friday night tickets are $10, and good ticket to go in and see all the sneak peeks. And God, what's some of that cinnamon bread? Oh my gosh! I'll have to stand
early.
I'll have to be in line. So what time did you say the doors open?
4:00 on Friday.
And they'll be gone by 4:15.
I'm sure.
Oh, so I'm gonna have to stand in line to get there. Do you think she'd teach me to make it, or is it a secret?
I'm sure Miss Norma, as sweet as she is, I'm sure she would.
I love cinnamon bread. I love it. Do you know if it's made from like a starter or something?
Is it
It's
sourdough?
sourdough bread with cinnamon.
Oh my goodness, I love that stuff. That is good stuff. I've never really tried to make it, but I've had Rachel Taylor. I remember y'all know who Rachel Taylor is? She lives up there by me. She's my neighbor, and she gave me some one time. You know who I'm up on Lawrence Lane. And so she gave me some one time. It's the best stuff ever. And they're so fit now. They don't make stuff like that anymore. She and Brian are so fit because they run the fitness stuff. And I don't think she makes it. I don't know. She may still, but that's the best stuff. But it was made from a starter, and I bet it's the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
And I would love for somebody to teach me to make that, because that is my mother would, she would love it. And I love to make treats for my mom, and she would just absolutely love it. So I may be in line Friday if my schedule will let me, just so I can see if I can get some cinnamon bread. But
There'll be other sourdough bread there too.
Yeah. Well, I do sourdough some. I probably need to get a starter going right now to be ready for the holiday season, because I will make sourdough through, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then I set it aside because I'll eat too much of it.
That's
And
when
so
I quit making it.
yeah, I quit. And I'll do that fruit starter, where you have the fruit on the counter, and it's a fermented fruit, and you make a cake out of it.
It's like, that was an Amish thing. An Amish
Oh, it's
starter.
wonderful.
I have heard of that.
Yeah, my mother did that for years, and it's one of those things. Some people will keep it on the counter all the time, but I just do that stuff during the holidays. But it takes you, if you're going to do a fruit cake out of that fermented fruit, you have to start right now. And I may actually be too late to make Christmas ones, because it takes a minute. And it's got you have things you add over the course of just about 3 weeks. And then if you don't, turn it out and refresh it a few times before you make it, it's just not as good. But yeah, that's something you probably need to start into September if you want it to really be good for Christmas. I haven't done it in a couple of years, but I love all that stuff. It's just neat. That's the kind of thing you learn when you hang out with women, y'all. Go to the women's clubs and be a part of it. I'm enjoying my conversation with you guys. We're talking with Rhonda Beshear and Heather Fisher. They are with the Christmas Sampler, and it is coming up in just a couple of weeks. That's why they're in here, and I'll just keep reminding people to come out. And we've got the Friday night kind of premiere. And if you want the cinnamon bread, you better be in line when the doors open. And y'all have never had any hair pulling and fights over the cinnamon bread, have you?
No, we're a little more dignified than that.
That's great.
I'm not going to say it hasn't gotten close.
I was here first. I can imagine. Well, because you got the folks on the inside that know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we did finally have to ask the helpers not to put things back for themselves.
Yes.
Before it even began, because
funny.
that was a big thing. I think it's like, let me get this and this.
So the volunteers that volunteer for that shift, we don't ever have problems for the volunteer shift from 3 to 5 on Friday.
Well, I'm sure. Because they want to that's hysterical.
They can't put it back, but if they're sitting there working when it opens, well.
There you go. Let me run, go grab that. You got the door. I'm going to go get my bread. Yeah. That's so funny. That is so funny. I want to learn to make it. Okay, somebody's got to teach me to make this stuff, because my mother would love that. I tell you what, let's go ahead and let's pause for just a second and talk about one of our other sponsors. Let's go over here to Veterans Motorplex. Oh, only a couple more weeks, guys, and it'll be done for 2023, Veterans Motorplex. This is the old Highland Rim Speedway. If you want to follow them on social media, go to Highland Rim Speedway. They kept their Facebook page because they had 17,000 likes and 18,000 followers. So They hung on to that when they switched over to Veterans Motorplex, and Jerry has just remade that place. It's wonderful. It is so much fun. 6801 Kelly Willis Road in Greenbrier. That is the location. If you want to call him and talk to him about all that's going on at 615-643-8725, 615-643-8725, all that's going to be happening. They have got live shows that they'll put up. They'll have a live show tonight, actually, that they do podcasts. They've got the Bub About Broke podcast that our friend Caleb Stratton's a part of. But it's always so much fun just to hear what's going on with the racing community because it's local heroes. Some of the local teens get out there and race. They're so much fun to watch. They'll have contests for the kids. They got a great concession stand. Some of my students actually work in the concession stand. So proud of you, Jace, getting out there and working. And it's just a community, family, fun environment. The season's almost over. They run through the end of October. They will have again the trick-or-treating from the race cars that they'll have as we approach Halloween. We'll get the particulars on that and share that with you as well. But again, just a couple of more Saturdays for you to get out to the races. The gates will open at 4. Racing starts at 6. And it'll be done about 9 o'clock. Beautiful weather to go and participate in the races at Veterans Motorplex, the old Highland Rim Speedway. Wonderful place, family-friendly, fun time. A $40 ticket will get up to 6 kids and 2 adults in. Up to 6 kids and 2 adults for $40, and they got a great concession stand. You cannot miss this fun. Don't let the season end without getting out to Veterans Motorplex, 6801 Kelly Willis Road in Greenbrier. And as always, please let them know that U-Turn sent you. And we're going to continue our conversation all about the Christmas sampler. We do need to, let's pause for a second, though, and talk about what's going on with Open Door Pregnancy and Resource Center tonight. We have some amazing nonprofits in town. You know, you were mentioning some of the ones that your club is involved with, Isaiah 117 House, Open Door Pregnancy, CASA. There's so many amazing. We've got just some nonprofits in this area that just blow my mind. Open Door, when I first heard about it, blew my mind what they were doing. I love Sean talking about how that she had just this image in her mind of what she wanted the center to look like when they went into their new facility, the old tobacco warehouse or whatever. It was where they would do their business for the tobacco business, and just to see that transform and to see the way that's grown and the work that they do in the community. Guys, people talk about what can we do? And the world is just wow. What can you do? You can be involved in these nonprofits that are changing our communities from the inside out. And I'm involved in mission work in Mexico and go there every year. And it's just a beautiful thing to see communities change from the inside out. And before I even realized what was going on with Open Door, I thought, why can't we do that here? They are. And Isaiah 117, they are. And I mean, all these programs, but tonight is Open Door Pregnancy and Resource Center's big fundraiser, 15th year, y'all. It's going to be at the center. I believe the doors open at 6, and it's the Chili Challenge. This is the shirts from last year, but it's the Chili Challenge tonight. And basically what you do is you come in and you just vote on your favorite chili. Some of my girls from the Future Farmers of America over at Greenbrier will be there. So I'm going to go buy and stuff some money in their jar. But yes, I'm going to play favorites. I don't care if it's good or not. I'm just going to, no, they do a good job. But it's at 6 p.m. at the center at 401 North Main here in Springfield. It's tonight, 15 years of serving families and loving people. I love that. Get out there and be a part of that. And I will look forward to seeing you guys there. So it's going to be a great event. We're talking Christmas sampler. What else? What are we missing, ladies? What have we not covered?
Well, we want to make sure we get the date, November 3rd and 4th.
Right.
It's always the first weekend in November.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing about the tickets, children 5 and under get in free.
Oh, cool. Okay. Very good. And but now in 5 and above, it's just the same price?
Yeah.
Is there a children's? Yeah.
No.
It's all the same price.
It's all the same price, but if you're 5 and under, you're free.
Okay. Very good. Very good. And the kids love it. I mean, the kids have a big, big time.
They have a lot. There's booths that have stuff for the kids, looking for kids gifts, or we've got Suitor Sweets coming back again this year.
What is that?
They're located down across from the post office, and they do cute little beautiful cookies, actually. But then they'll have cake pops and little stuff for the kids to get your kid a little snack so you can shop and they're happy. This year I have found out from one of our booths, I haven't even told the sampler board yet because it just got confirmed. But the Grinch will be there to take some pictures with kids on Saturday.
Fun.
So
Fun. I think I know that guy.
yeah.
Fun.
I know who. I know. That's great. That's
So,
wonderful.
yep, they have a booth, and so they have a Grinch costume, and they love. Last year, they dressed up as the Who's from Whoville, and so this year they were like, "We would love to do it," and so we're gonna get them set up, and they're gonna take pictures with the kids on Saturday.
Awesome.
Just you taking pictures with your phone, so no charge. They're
Okay,
not
it's
charging
just fun.
anything. Yep, just fun.
My 3-year-old granddaughter is obsessed with Grinch.
Ah.
Obsessed with Grinch. So, okay.
You spend the night with Granny and come on
Yeah,
Saturday.
I think so. We'll have to see if we can arrange that.
We
but,
sell poinsettias from South Central growers for $5 each. So you can come get all the poinsettias you want.
Oh my goodness.
And that's usually the first. That's the first selling. We get them before they even go out to Lowe's and Home Depot and where you can buy them elsewhere. So
I love South Central growers. They're wonderful.
The most beautiful. And those poinsettias, I kill all plants. I can't kill theirs.
That's hysterical. They're just like hanging on. You're like, I quit watering you. What are
I
you
was
doing?
like, oh, let me give you some water, and they're back to life.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you're my kind of plant.
That's great. That's funny.
Witt's Barbecue will be there.
Awesome.
For food. And there's one called Sis's Fried Pies.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't had those, but that's supposed to be a really
Well,
neat
they do all. They'll have breakfast on Saturday. Dinner options. Their whole catering.
Oh, okay.
gig.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, their catering's very good. They cater the Methodist Church Wednesday night meal.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. This sound fun. This is going to just put you in the mood. You're going to get through Halloween with the kiddos, and I mean, immediately. I'm one of these now. When we start putting Christmas decorations out now, I'm like, stop. But then as we start getting close, and I really will not put my tree up until after Thanksgiving, but I love Christmas. It's my absolute favorite thing. And, cause I mean, it's just, you get with your family and it's just that warm and fuzzies all over. And so you just gotta love it. And so, it's just such a cool thing to have this just kind of burst out, and it's like, let's go into the holidays. If you're ready for all the holiday fun and festivity, you got to be there. It is a great time. Your signs are so cool around town. Tell me about your sign maker. I kind of know the story, but because they're classic. They're kind of old school signs, and I know the family. But tell the story about. Do you know much about their signs?
No.
Mr. Beller.
I know he has done them always, but
His father started doing them.
Yes.
His father did it. Yes.
Well, I was going to say his father originally did
Yes.
them, and then we had them redone, and they were like, do you want them updated? And we were like, no.
Yeah.
We just need them to be, the paint's coming off. We need them
Yeah.
repainted.
But that's so
Yes.
cool because Mr.
that was-
Beller, the original, the older, his father, did some sign painting for us with our roofing company. And so we got to know him. What a card. He was hysterical. And just said the original Good Pasture bus. Okay. We were involved with, I mean, we weren't the originators of it. We took it over, from, I'm blanking on names now. Don't you hate it when you do that? But, anyway, we took it over and we had to get a sign painted on it. Mr. Beller came and painted the sign on the bus, but he's just adorable. But he passed, and now his son, Mr. Beller, is painting those signs. But I love them because they're old school. They look like something from the '60s, man. But that's cool. It's got that. It's just got that nostalgia, and I just love it. I just love seeing your signs. It just makes me think about the Bellers, So, but yeah, that's a fun story in and of itself. So we've given away 4 sets of tickets. Stephanie Doris just popped in. I got one set. I think I got one set left. Okay. And again, I'll have to get on after I'll have to make sure I've gotten all 5 because sometimes somebody won't show up, and so but we'll check it in and I'll text you with all the names. So. You can go ahead and respond. The first 5 that have responded for Christmas sampler tickets will have 2 tickets waiting for them at the door on Saturday. Now, this is not a Friday ticket. Don't try it. Friday's a premiere. So, I've got my Saturday tickets, but Friday night I'm going to pay $10 and get in, get me some cinnamon bread, But if I possibly can, I just want to meet her. Will she be there?
She'll be, Miss Norma always volunteers. I don't know what shift she has.
Miss Norma, what's her last name?
Norma Beck.
Norma Beck, I feel like I've met her. I feel like I know her.
probably
I
have.
feel like I know her. You know, sometimes you see people and you're like, I know you. But I want somebody to teach me. You know, that's something she could do is do like a class at the sampler and teach everybody how to do that. Well, there's a woman up in Nashville that makes peanut brittle that is unique. It's like a German version, and it's just our preacher. Well, it's our former preacher, Russ Corley, would gift the staff every year this little thing of peanut brittle. She won't tell anybody how she makes it, and she's getting on up in years. I mean, it's going to be gone. And I love to make peanut brittle, but mine's nothing like hers, and it's kind of almost like a soft break brittle.
Oh,
And she takes, I mean, it's like always in a round thing, and she does it in a little cast iron, and it's the neatest stuff. But I have no idea how she makes it. I've tried. I've gotten on Pinterest. I've tried all the different. I've tried to look up it because she's German, and so I thought German peanut brittle. And I've tried the Amish and the because that's a lot of the times, and because the Amish community I think are German in their origination. I think
some are Dutch.
some Dutch maybe.
Dutch, German.
And so I'm trying to figure out this recipe, but she won't tell. So that's some people have like, this is our secret thing. I make a hot and spicy peanut brittle, and I won't tell people how to make it because and eventually I will. My kids know how to do it.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of my little thing, that I kind of guard because I figured out the proprietary spices that are required to make it just right, and so I kind of keep it to myself. So I get that, but maybe one of these days I'll share that. But yeah, I make a hot and spicy peanut brittle that's like, oh, it's awesome. What else are we missing, you guys? I've got one more ad to do, but we got time. We got another 10 minutes here.
I can't think of anything else. That it's just such a neat thing because there is something for everyone. And like you said, it gets you in the Christmas mood and the Christmas spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a neat place to go with your friends. We've always go on Friday nights and shop together, and that's just a yearly thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a great event.
Very good.
So
it is. It's so much fun. It is just get your girlfriends together, get your whole family together, and and we talk about the women. Guys like this stuff too. They do. They do enjoy it.
there
I was
are.
gonna say there's some booth for the guys.
You
too,
better believe
so.
it. Well, you're talking about the knives, the handmade knives
handmade
and things.
woodworking.
Yeah.
There's a couple of woodworking ones. So
Mhm.
yeah, we've got some male vendors, and they do very well. And
Artisans. We'll call
Yes.
them artisans. They like that word. So we'll call them
We
artisans.
have the Honey Man. He's been
Oh.
a person that's been there for years and years, and Cumberland Coffee, and there are over 60 different vendors, and several of the vendors have more than one booth. Like I think Southern Threads will be there and I think they have 3, so they will have a lot of their items, and I think they have great stuff to choose from.
Yes. And
So
unique stuff.
yes,
This is something that I remind people. When you have adult kids, you do not know what to get them for Christmas.
Right.
They can give you the Christmas list, and it's the usual things that they could buy themselves, but they're like, okay, here's my Christmas list. I love getting them things that are unique to Robco,
yes,
Robeson County.
and this
'cause
is where you'll find it.
home, and this is it. And I tell people too, the gift shop at the museum.
they have a booth this year.
Oh.
So look, you don't even have to run over to the museum.
There you
They'll come
go.
to
sure
you.
do.
I have gotten gifts probably
Yes.
for a little something from the museum gift shop. I'd say the last 3 or 4 years for my kids, because I go in there. I just want a little something of home
I
Yeah.
love their
to
gift
see if I
shop.
can't entice them. Move home. I'm getting old. Somebody's got to take care of me. You got to get somebody out here. I mean, come on. I got to have somebody in the county. But anyway, we're talking. I'm trying to think, which spot have I not done yet? We got to do Corbin Creek. What am I thinking? We haven't talked about Corbin Creek Greenhouse Gifts and Gardening Center. And Miss Amy Corbin, are they going to have a booth this year? Now, a lot of times they do, but they won't this year.
No,
They won't this year. But Amy's involved with
I
the
was like,
Women's
you'll
Club.
see Amy there quite
She
a bit
will-
over the 2 days.
For sure. For sure. And so you won't be able to buy from her at the Christmas sampler, but you can go out to the store. And I just love Miss Jane's homemade pot holders.
Yeah.
And once I discovered her pot holders, because I don't know, they just fit in your hand better. I don't know. I just love them. And I got those little bowl cozies that you put in the microwave. Because
Yes.
some of these things you put in the microwave, they get hotter than the liquid in it.
Yes.
And you need those.
Mm-hmm.
Get those handmade aprons. And here at this time of the year, this is the time to get those unique gifts. Well, you'll find unique gifts at Corbin Creek Greenhouse Gifts and Gardening. You can also check out CBD products. This is something, I've got terrible arthritis. I tell this all the time, but my hip replacement doctor, after I had my hips replaced, I don't take pharmaceuticals. I don't want to start on the routine of it. He says, well, if you don't want to take medicine, why don't you try CBD? It's natural. And I was like, oh, but isn't that snake oil? And I was like, oh, I just hear all about it. 2 days later, Amy's in here and we're talking about the farmer's market or something. And she said, well, we'll have this and that and we'll have our CBD products. I'm like, you have CBD products? Yeah. And they produce it off of the plants that her brother Bill grows. So it's local. So if you want to know that you're getting what you're getting and you want to know about the science behind it, she can talk to you about it all day. And it's fascinating and it does work. My mom uses CBD. I mean, it's amazing. And so it may really be a good fit for you. And they've got gift items that are CBD infused. And you can go in and talk to him about that. And of course, perennials. That's the word, guys. This is the time to put your perennials in the ground because then there'll be that pop of beauty that'll be growing and surprising you and reminding you of what you did this time. This is the time to get your yard, get your garden ready. You're clearing out your vegetable garden, get it ready for spring so you can put in those cool weather vegetables when the time comes because it'll come very, very quickly. And Amy can help you understand how to do that. And remember too, mums are perennials. Don't kill them. I have a feeling Heather's killed a few. You just
No
the way
comment.
you just the way you're talking about your
Put them outside. God takes care of them.
yeah. If you take them
his
out
job to water.
if you take them out of the pot and put them in the ground, they'll come back next year. So
Oh.
mums are perennials, y'all. Yeah. I've not done it either. I'm looking in the mirror, talking to myself. I've killed plenty of mums, but if you will get them, let them flower and enjoy them on the porch. Then take and soak them really good, dig a hole, put them in the ground, and then let Amy talk to you about because you need to keep them topped out until you want them to bloom next year. You want them to bloom at the right time, and she can walk you through how to do that because I can't. But I've seen a few people that are good at this, and they'll have all different colors, and it looks like a quilt of color. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. One of these days, I'm going to do that. Well, now you could do it. You could go do it right now. Go talk to Amy about all these things. Go to the greenhouse. If you just need to feel the warmth of the greenhouse, you can stop by there anytime. Come have lunch with them. Come take pictures. She says, just come out and see me. 4920 Highway 161 is the location. 4920 Highway 161. You can call them at 615-384-3185, 615-384-3185. They're open, I think, 9 to 5 right now, Monday through Saturday, 1 to 4 on Sunday. Always check social media for their hours because they do fluctuate as it gets cooler. She's going to be out doing Christmas decorations and things like that as well. So check in on that and give them a call and talk to them. Tell them U-Turn sent you. Okay, you didn't think we could cover an hour. We've only got like 7 minutes left, y'all.
Great.
Wow.
I said, we just talk. I never run out of things to say. We'll remind you again of Open Door Pregnancy and Resource Center. Get to the chili challenge tonight. Bring your cash because you taste the chili and you're like, I like that one, and you vote for it. All my money is going to the FFA girls. I'm going to go. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm biased because my Greenbrier girls are going to be there. And so I'm going to go and give them everything that I'm bringing tonight. Because I'm just going to play favorites. So I'll just be honest about it. But we'll have lots of judges. They do have judges that'll go in the back room and they'll taste it all. And it's completely non-biased. It's like, I like this one, this one, this one. But then they have the one that raises the most money too. Usually, I think that's how it works. But nonetheless, it's a fundraiser for an amazing nonprofit that is changing our community from the inside out and making a difference. I know some of the program participants. And just beautiful stories, amazing stories. Come be a part of it tonight. The center, 6 o'clock. Bring you cash and come and have fun and just see her. Everybody in town will be there. I mean, you see just about everybody will be there at some point dropping in. So, but now the Christmas sampler again, someplace that everybody will be. The first weekend in November. I think all the tickets have been given away, but you can respond and I'll check and see the timeline on which ones popped in first because the first 5 will get a set of tickets for the sampler on Saturday. But the ticket, you really want to come buy a ticket because it's for a good cause. Get there for the $10 ticket on Friday night because then you can get some of this amazing cinnamon bread if you fight for it. Sounds like it's going to be a battle royal. But what are we missing, you guys?
Let's see. I was trying to think of some other vendors. Flowers by Terrell. He's always there. Mm-hmm. And that's a good time to see what he's got going for Christmas and maybe even order some things for
Are they
later.
fresh?
He doesn't usually bring the fresh flowers just because
Well,
trying
it's
to
time
keep
of year,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
got the shop, but yeah, he does cut. He'll do some custom orders
Okay.
to where if you want, fresh flowers for Thanksgiving, you can put in your
Oh,
orders
okay.
there.
Very good.
And the big booth that, if you're interested in pottery, Curiosity Pottery is gorgeous.
Okay.
Polish pottery. Yeah,
It is beautiful, and
Yes.
that's always a
they're a
big
long
seller.
time vendor.
They are.
Polish pottery. What is that? Well, I don't even
It
know
is
what that means.
handmade pottery from Poland, and it is so beautiful.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh.
Check
My-
out our Facebook page, and you can see some of the vendors already.
I did
featured.
mean to
Well,
say
okay.
that because y'all have done a great job. I have seen more things that I had not known were coming. Just go on Facebook and go under the Christmas sampler, and
sampler, local business. I'm doing that right
the
now. Okay.
a lot of the booths have been highlighted,
Like
and,
it.
and they're great. It's a good way to see what's going to be there, so you won't miss them when you
Okay.
do go.
Very good. Okay. I just pulled that up.
ChristmasSampler.org will have a list of all the vendors
Okay.
and links to them if you want to check them out. If they've supplied us with the link to their Facebook or Etsy shop or
Fun.
website. So
Heather's great at keeping
trying
the technology
The
up to
cotton
date.
canvas. Is that the hat you
Yes,
mentioned? Oh, I'm
yes.
looking at that now. Wow. That's cool. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at all this cool stuff.
Mhm.
This is fun. I mean, just
It
you name
is.
it. You got anything and everything. And okay, if you want, everybody wants to have some kind of a Christmas themed shirt or a Thanksgiving themed shirt. This is the place to get it. Or a Rob Co sweatshirt. Get your Rob Co sweatshirt. I need some Rob Co stuff. I need some Rob Co. I need some Rob Co stuff.
Jody Ballard will go and be on Talk of the Town on November 3rd.
Fun.
No. November 1st. I'm sorry. November 1st. And she probably will have a few of the silent auction items with her to show, as well as the quilt.
Okay. Well, do you have some of the? Can you tell me some of the silent auction items? Can you kind of tease us with some of them?
there will be teeth whitening from Springfield Family Dental.
Okay. There you go. Are you with Springfield Family Dental?
I am.
Okay, I had a
Married to
feeling.
one of
The
the
way you
owners.
said that, you're too funny. I had a feeling the way you said that.
Yes, we will have. Usually, we get some designer sunglasses from Southern Concepts.
There's
Okay.
something from the Orlinda Furniture
Yes,
place, and I can't think what she said it was.
Yes, Orlinda Furniture Company is donating something.
Oh, there will be all kinds of things.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
we
And
have great support from the community in this.
do you have any cool trips? Any kind of excursions or trips?
Oh, not that I've heard of yet.
Okay. Well, you never know. 'Cause sometimes those will
yeah.
pop up as
Yeah.
silent options. I got to tell you, that's a place to get a deal on that
would
kind
be-
of stuff. I
that's
mean,
a good idea.
you just never know
A
what's
lot of
going
times
to
there'll be maybe tickets to a ball game or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
But I hadn't thought about the trips. That
Yeah.
would be great.
Yeah, if somebody's got, well, a lot of times people have timeshares or
Yeah.
something like that that they want to, share. I found the quilt on here. I'm going to share that on my page.
Okay.
Because I'm going to share this. I want you to see the quilt in all its glory. My goodness, that is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, what is it again that it depicts?
It's the way Savannah was laid out when the city began.
Okay.
It was in grids. I think
Okay.
it was 24 grids, and I think I read that 21 remain. And that
Interesting.
is how the city was, and so that's the pattern of this quilt.
Okay.
And that picture reminds me, the way we do the sampler, our 7 clubs, we divide the responsibilities and we rotate. And so like this year, I'm in short story, we're the chairperson.
Okay, and that's how Amy ended up with it last
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay,
So like
okay.
somebody has the Federation booth, somebody has the silent auction,
Okay.
somebody has publicity,
Okay.
tickets, and then
Okay.
we rotate these responsibilities. And it has been done so well. It is a very well-oiled machine.
I love it.
Everybody has their own notebook, and it tells every month your responsibilities. In October, you have weekly what you should, and if you follow that notebook, it just happens every year.
Isn't that cool?
It's wonderful.
It is wonderful. Since 1979, this has been going on, guys, and it's 8:00, so it's time to wrap it up. So tell them again the particulars, the dates, the times, all of that on the way out.
November 3rd and 4th, Friday, November 3rd, 4 to 8 p.m., and Saturday, November 4th, 8:30 to 4 p.m. Tickets $10 Friday, and that gets you back in on Saturday with your stub, and $5 on Saturday. Children not school age, 5 and under, are free.
So here's what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to come on Friday night, and then I'm going to bring my grandkids with me on Saturday and use my tickets. Oh, I'm going to be there. I hope you will be as well. And join us again for the big event tonight for Open Door Pregnancy and Resource Center, 6 o'clock at the center. Be at the Sampler. First weekend in November. We will keep talking about this, and I will see you there, folks. Thank you for joining us. This is 1100 WSGI. God bless. Have a fabulous day.